Network, the People's Station.
Coming up first at 6, the nurses union seeking a strike certificate if their concerns by health officials are not addressed. The health minister putting senior healthcare professionals on alert. And the Minister of Transport encouraging students to pursue careers in the maritime industry.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6. This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC every day.
A strike could be looming for the nurses union. Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6. The nurses' dispute could escalate if their concerns are not addressed by health officials. Already, the Bahamas Nurses Union is seeking a strike certificate, and a strike poll may be taken as early as next week. The nurses who were engaged in a recent sick-out are still calling on health officials to resolve a number of outstanding issues relating to the appointment and confirmation of nurses in the profession. They are also seeking mileage allowances as well as payments for deployment and transfers to the family islands. President Amantia Williams says they have presented their case to health officials and are still waiting for a resolution.
I think that this is an appropriate time. When the minister came in, the minister got a portfolio of all the concerns that plague the institution. There should have been proper planning, making an adjustment, and like we say again, the union is not we're not difficult to deal with. We asked the minister to put time limits. Give us 3 months, you're going to pay mileage. Give us the next 3 months, you're going to do the confirmation. But that has not. There's no evidence that the minister had put this portfolio forward. And so we're sitting here waiting for what? For next year? We have a next group that is coming out to be confirmed. What is it costing the Bahamas to be in debt? So we asked the minister to deal with the issues.
Meantime, the president of the Trade Union Congress, Obi Ferguson, is lending his support to the nurses union, saying they have to do what is necessary.
The nurses, the doctors, these are critical people in our country. And to be treated in the manner in which the nurses have been treated is totally unbecoming. So whenever the nurses call on the Commonwealth of the Bahamas Trade Union Congress to support in whatever form they call on us, I would speak clearly to customs, I would speak clearly to immigration, I would speak clearly to the doctors, I would speak clearly to air traffic controllers, I would speak to BEC, I would speak to all of our unions to say what happened at the nurses will indeed happen to you if we allow this type of behavior to continue.
Health Minister Dr. The Honorable Dwayne Sands says the nurses' issues are being addressed. He told ZNS News today that confirmation for nurses who have been without it for, in some cases, for as long as 10 years and outstanding mileage payments have already cleared by the Ministry of Health and Cabinet and must now be followed through by other departments. He says he doesn't see how a strike would help to remedy any of the concerns the nurses union have put forth, and assured that the Ministry of Health is working in good faith with nurses and has placed them as a top priority.
Those physicians would have to be prepared to man the intensive care units, the emergency rooms, the operating theaters, etc. This may create some inconvenience for the general public. We have been in continuous conversations with the union. The union has been present at every meeting in which this plan was discussed and voiced no concerns which were not addressed. So it is a bit of a surprise that at the 11th hour now that there's a possibility of some type of action.
300 junior physicians could be bracing for some form of action in protest of what Minister of Health, Dr. the Honorable Dwayne Sand says was a multi-departmental decision within the Ministry of Health to ensure physicians continue on a path of professional development to ensure the safety of practice delivered to the public, instead of physicians staying in a particular category that does not allow private practice. He says doctors will have to participate in a formal training program to secure the skills to be licensed for private practice. Sand says some junior doctors feel the demand for professional development is excessive. Now, in light of potential threat, the minister says the ministry has put senior doctors in the public health system, including consultants and senior registrars, on alert. Meantime, acting president of the Bahamas Doctors Union, Makumba Miller, says the union does not agree with that position. He explains their concerns.
Due to the inadequacies of postgraduate education in the country, there are a number of physicians that are stagnant in their position. What Dr. Sands wants to do is forcibly enroll them into a program that doesn't have any educational value overseas, something that they have not developed a curriculum, they don't have lecturers, they don't have preceptors, they don't know what's going on. Only thing you do is give you a diagram to say you're supposed to be here for this amount of weeks, here, that many weeks, but you cannot give me a curriculum. They want to enact this in 6 weeks, forcibly enroll persons in this program, and then after they finish the program, subsequently cease their employment.
Delegates from the CARICOM Council for Foreign and Community Relations are in the country for 2 days of meetings intended to strengthen the group's foreign policy coordination efforts. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Darren Henfield, who serves as the group's chairman, addressing the body, noted that government recognizes that the nation's interests are best served through active participation in regional, hemispheric, and international organizations while promoting close relations with neighboring countries.
We might yet be small island developing states, but as a collective, CARICOM is able to punch well above its weight when we speak with one voice. This notion is evident through our concerted, valuable, and effective efforts, and a few examples of which are the sensitization of the more developed nations of the world of the existential threat that we face daily as a result of climate change, the realization of the Arms Trade Treaty, and our push towards the reduction and prevention of non-communicable diseases in our region.
As the government celebrates its first anniversary in office this week, Education Minister and Member of Parliament for South Beach, the Honorable Jeffrey Lloyd, says the government is working diligently on behalf of the Bahamian people. The Free National Movement was ushered into office after beating the Progressive Liberal Party at the polls back on May 10th of last year, winning 35 of 39 seats. Asked how he would grade the government's performance thus far, Mr. Lloyd responded this way.
B+, oh, by all means, B+. We have come in a time when it was extraordinarily difficult in this country, you know, and every metric, every measurement out there is reflecting that we are on the right track. The IMF is saying it, and other indicators are saying it. You know, we have changed around the Ministry of Education's administrative team. We have had 2 very successful conclaves. We have received rave reviews. We have had over 1,200 jobs that have been created by these labor in the park. We have our town meetings on a regular basis. We have our constituency meetings on a regular basis. We are in the marketplace engaging with the Bahamian people.
Students learning more about the maritime industry. That story and more when the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6, comes right back.
BTC is giving the gift of rollover data, plus free unlimited WhatsApp calls, texts, pictures, and videos. Choose from our 1-day plan for $349, 7-day plan for $999, or our 15-day plan for only $29.99. We've even thrown in unlimited BTC to BTC calls and texts. Dial *203# to activate your plan today. Share every moment with BTC. Terms and conditions apply.
Want to pay less? Or want to save more? Do both. Just bundle your bills into one low-rate loan with Commonwealth Bank. With a consolidation loan at Commonwealth Bank, you'll enjoy one easy monthly payment, plus the chance to win $5,000. So move your loans from other banks to Commonwealth Bank and get ready to pay less and save more.
Guys, come on. It's time to go. We are the team, man.
Genius. On Tuesdays, get 9 delicious pieces of chicken for just $12. KFC, made for moms who know how to solve everything, even though it seems it can't be done.
Coca-Cola Bahamas has always been a strong community partner for us. They've supported and helped us to
reach hundreds of young men through Sprite basketball,
create a fun and interactive United FC,
go a little bit further for our animal friends,
feed thousands of Bahamians every year,
preserve our natural habitat,
and celebrate Bahamian culture and Junkanoo on Pace.
The Caribbean Bottling Team is committed to the communities that we serve around the entire Bahamas.
This portion of the news brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking.
Students at the C.R. Walker Senior High School got some much-needed information about employment opportunities available in the maritime sector during a special assembly on the school's campus today. The assembly was part of activities marking Maritime Week. Transport Minister, the Honorable Frankie Campbell, encouraged the youngsters to choose a career in the lucrative shipping industry.
We have an untapped resource out there. Jobs that we do not have to create. Jobs that already exist, jobs that are just waiting for willing participants, jobs that are just waiting for persons who are willing to take on the discipline, to take on the necessary training. They need employees, they need captains, they need engineers, they need deckhands, they need waiters, they need waitresses, they need persons to make up the rooms, etc. There will be jobs out there for as long as you can imagine.
Veteran banker and president of Fidelity Bank, Gregory Bethel, says Bahamians are unable or unwilling to save because they have too much debt, and as a result, many find themselves living from paycheck to paycheck.
They have a lot of credit card payments, consumer loan payments, the mortgage payments. And we need to come to understand that we must stop borrowing money to buy pleasure and possessions and to maintain our popularity, and only borrow money for useful purposes, to buy an asset that's going to increase in value or to consolidate all of your debt and have a lower monthly payment so you're able to save, or buy a small used car instead of that brand new luxury car. We have to cut back on our spending. We have to reduce our debt, we have to minimize our debt, we have to consolidate our debt, and then we will have money available for savings and investing.
Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis hailed Sir Arthur Foulkes as a visionary and a nation builder during the former Governor General's 90th birthday celebration on Friday. Sir Arthur worked as a journalist, served in politics as a member of Parliament, in government, and as Governor General. He was also one of the framers of the Constitution. Hence, he is considered a founding father of the nation. Before a packed Balmoral club with family members, former and serving politicians, Sir Arthur was honored for his dedication to family and country. Tributes were paid by the former Prime Ministers, the Right Honorable Hubert Ingram and the Right Honorable Perry Christie. Also present was former Governor General Arthur Hanna. Last week, members of Lupus 242 kicked off their Lupus Awareness Month activities by paying a courtesy call to Minister of Health, Dr. the Honorable Dwayne Sands. During the meeting, the group outlined the challenges facing persons in the Bahamas living with lupus. They also shared plans for this month's activities, including the Pop or Put on Purple for Lupus Awareness campaign, Hope Float ceremony and ribbon formation at Fort Charlotte on Whit Monday, May 21st, and a health talk on Saturday, May 26th at the University of the Bahamas. Stay close. Sports is up next. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6.
That portion of the news was brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, the leader in personal banking services.
Hey, what you saying, boy? Mother stay coming, what you gonna buy the wifey?
Boy, I can't even sleep. The wife keep complaining that she tying up these cabinet doors because they keep dropping off.
Boy, you better go down by corner Bahamas on Queens Highway, and they have a location in Nassau. They're having a 35% store-wide sale until May 18th, and you can lay away until October 31st.
My lord, you ain't serious?
Yes, boy. And they just carry all maplewood cabinets, flooring, tiles, windows, and some pretty colored granite.
Django, I got that stand the corner Bahama.
Cellular and Electronics is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. From the latest in cell phones and accessories like the iPhone 6s Plus to the Samsung S6 Edge, the latest in game consoles, games, and accessories. We also carry the best hoverboards, stereo sound systems, and much more. We also have certified technicians to fix all your electronic needs. Located in the Coconut Grove Plaza and the mall at Marathon. What are you waiting for? Come on down to CTI Cellular and Electronics today.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Red cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are.
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
Everybody, I on TV. Look, I on TV. Mom, guess what it is? That's me. Part-time, do you see me? I on television. I gotta tell my girlfriend I on television.
Hello?
Babe, turn your television to ZNS.
Quick, I'm on television. I don't have a TV in there.
We have Wi-Fi though.
We have Wi-Fi.
That's fine. They upgrade now. You can watch it live from your phone.
You just have to download the app. All right, hold on.
Go to the App Store, type in ZNS, download the app, and you'll be able to watch ZNS straight from your phone. Hurry up and start over again.
Get your news and more anytime, anywhere with the new ZNS app. Stay connected from around the globe with our live stream news updates, all in the palm of your hand. You can also listen to the ZNS Radio Network for your favorite music. Go into your Apple or Google Play Store and download the ZNS app today.
Present check. Miss I's star now. I still gotta pay.
Now you can watch the ZNS network of channels absolutely free. That's right, ZNS is now broadcasting 3 separate channels, free to air on Channel 13. One channel has the regular ZNS TV HD programming. One is the Parliamentary channel, and one is the 24/7 television community page. These channels may be accessed simply by attaching either a rabbit ears antenna or an indoor amplified antenna to the RF input connector on the back of your digital television or flat screen TV. Once the antenna is connected, select TV mode and choose Auto Scan, and your TV will automatically pick up Channel 13 at no charge. Once you're on Channel 13, just use the channel selector to go to each of the 3 ZNS free channels. Antennas are available on many sites online. Free TV, ZNS brings it back to you. ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, I'm Amajal Knowles with your ZNS Told Sports at 6. Well, we've seen several notable athletes emerge from the schools in the Catholic diaspora. Director of the Catholic Board of Education, Claudette Roll, on how these success stories were made possible.
I think we continue to do an awesome job. We've had quite a bit of activities for the students, both from a basketball perspective. We've done a lot of soccer. We've done even basketball in the high school, and for the primary schools, the track and field continues to be the energizer for the system.
And it seems like the Catholic schools have dominated from Sac straight down to St. Thomas More.
That is who we are. We do a pretty good job with making sure that we prepare our athletes well, and sports is important to us because it's something that we've been doing for more than 70 years.
Also doting on a successful athletic year was president of the GSSA, Pharrell Davis.
This year has been a great year, I must say. As you see, our kids really performed well, I must say, and this is the last sport now, baseball and softball, and I told some of them we have so much talent in the government schools. We come and watch the baseball games, so we see that our kids have a lot of talent, but overall this year has been a great year for us, for the association. We're looking forward to get it better than each year as we progress.
Some major news for aspiring boxers around the country, as president of the Bahamas Amateur Boxing Federation, Vincent Strawn, says his organization is about to scour the Family Islands in search of the next great boxing talent.
We are about to select persons from every Family Island, at least 4 to 6 persons, bring them to New Providence for at least a week, and we will begin to train them as coaches, referees, and judges. One of the main things we need to do is have persons in these islands qualified. And once they would have qualified at the local level, then we will seek to go at international. We'll have a cadre of trained officials, referees, and judges.
Strawn adding it may take a while for these new boxers to be ready for the international stage.
We may have a little slow pace there because it's going to take a while for these boxers, the new boxers, to get to that level. And we're not going to just send someone there because we can send them. It will not happen, not under my watch. They will be prepared and they will represent when they go into the ring wherever they go. That is the bottom line. They will prove themselves here at home, and I'm sure once they prove themselves here at home, they will be well-versed and able to compete in the international scene and do well for this country.
And mark your calendars and get ready for the big day, as this Saturday is the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation's National and Novice Championships. President Joel Stubbs on his expectations for the event.
We're having our 45th Bodybuilding Fitness Nationals, and I'm so excited about it because this time around the audience will be entertained with some new faces. We have the likes of the men's physique category, which is expected to be one of the most competitive division there is this time around. We're graced and blessed with some 20-odd men physique athletes vying for the title of being crowned the champion at this 45th Nationals.
And that's a look at sports. I'm Amajal Knowles.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Just like in a song from days of yore, here you come a knocking, knocking on my door, and I never met a girl like you before.
James Aubrey. Now that Bahamas residents can fly or cruise free to the Family Islands, what are your summer vacation plans?
I'm going to Abaco.
And there is no better time than now with the 2 Fly or Cruise Free promotion, where all residents of the Bahamas can fly or cruise free to the Family Islands from Nassau. Refresh, reconnect, and unwind in the Family Islands. For details, go to bahamasresidents.com and fly or cruise free to the Family Islands today.
You thought it was the talk of the town, but get ready for more.
More energy, more excitement, exhilarating, compelling, informative, educational talk on The Conversation.
I'm Shanique Miller. Pull up a chair with a cup of tea and join me weekdays at 4 on Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, and The Light, 810 AM for The Conversation. I'm excited to have you around the table.
Hey, I'm Megan Shepard, a reporter here at the ZNS Northern Service. Did you know that ZNS is right at your fingertips when you download the new ZNS app? Missed something in our newscast? That's okay. Simply pull up the app, swipe, and you'll find all of our news headlines and highlights. So what are you waiting for? Download the new ZNS app today.
I lived in fear for my life. I lived in fear for my children. I lived in fear of how I'd provide for them. I thought that he would change when he promised he would, and I forgave him every time he said that he was sorry. I became devalued as a human being until one day I ceased to exist as one.
Let's talk. Call the Bahamas Crisis Center's free 24-hour hotline at 328-0922. Sometimes a conversation can change a life.
How passionate are you in what you're doing here?
Very passionate. I've not been good at a lot of things, but cooking is one thing that I put my best foot forward. Every time I step in the kitchen, I do not accept mediocrity. If it's bad before it goes up to the guests, it's not coming up. I'd rather have a dish comes out to the guests late and right than on time and wrong.
In Caribbean news this Monday, after a vigorous debate between members of Parliament in St. Kitts and Nevis, the Freedom of Information Bill 2018 was successfully passed into law on Thursday. The bill is to promote maximum disclosure of information in the public interest to guarantee the right of everyone to have access to information, to provide for effective mechanisms to secure that right and for related matters. As Bloomberg News recently reported, Guyana could see substantial oil revenues as early as 2020, thanks to a rapid production timeline being pursued by driller ExxonMobil. According to earlier International Monetary Fund reports, those payouts for Guyana could be in the hundreds of millions of US dollars in the first year if drilling proceeds on schedule, and potentially rise into the billions annually by the mid-2020s. Belize will host the 4th Caribbean Peering and Interconnection Forum, known as CARPIF, on June 13th and 14th. Since its inception in 2015, CARPIF has brought together regional and international technology experts and telecommunications industry executives to discuss a range of topics related to internet peering and interconnection trends.
Time now for weather.
In our first look at weather, we have a front boundary moving through the northwest Bahamas, and that's triggering some showers and thunderstorms as it makes its way towards the south and east, and we anticipate that it will stall just to the south of New Providence sometime tomorrow. Outside of our studios, we have some rain showers, temperature 77 degrees, relative humidity quite rich at 83%. The winds are out of the south at 5 miles per hour, barometric pressure 1,014.0 millibars, that is 29.94 inches, and it is steady. That's going to do it for your first look at weather at 6. Stay tuned, more weather is still to come.
Thanks, Basil, and that's news in the Bahamas tonight, first at 6. But don't you move. News from the Northern Bahamas is up next.
University of the Bahamas Northern Campus. Police looking for 2 men. And this week we begin a series on the government's report card in office.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shoshina Roll-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, it was a big day for the University of the Bahamas Northern Campus as UB officially opened its first residential facility on Grand Bahama. This addition is expected to improve the quality and delivery of education on the island. Sabrina Brown has our top story.
It was a red-letter day for the University of the Bahamas Northern Campus as a cross-sector of the Grand Bahama community gathered to witness the official opening of the Hawksbill Hall. The $4.5 million state-of-the-art dormitory can accommodate approximately 80 students. President of UB, Dr. Rodney Smith, says the Northern Campus is experiencing significant growth and development, and the commissioning of the Hawksbill Hall adds to the growing list of milestones at the Northern Campus.
This hall will have a transformative effect on the campus, and it will be a living and learning environment for our students. It will begin to change the campus from a solely commuter campus to a residential campus. The cafeteria will bring much-needed food services to the campus and indeed the area. The campus's living and learning environment will help to significantly improve student life on campus.
The new living quarters at UB was made possible through a generous gift from the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Vice Chairman Sarah St. George.
My father, Edward St. George, and Sir Jack Hayward both dreamed of this campus and donated 50 acres to build it. But by 2015, it was clear these dorms were a must. So the late Sir Jack and I joined the COB chairman and the Minister of Education to announce that the government and the GBPA would both commit the funding to make it happen. The GBPA contributed $3 million, and the dorms began construction.
Deputy Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama, K. Peter Turnquest, says the opening of the first living facility at UB North is significant.
University of the Bahamas is developing into a system of campuses, programs, schools throughout this country, fulfilling its mandate to assist in the development of our people and our country. It's something for us to be very proud of. As we move on in our independence and development as a country.
The DPM says this is another step in the government fulfilling a campaign promise to the Bahamian people.
One of those promises was that we would offer free tuition to every student throughout this country, but more particularly Family Island students, so that they are not limited by their circumstance or by where they come from. This facility here today will help us to fulfill that promise.
Sabrina Brown, 7S Network News.
In news from the crime beat, 6 illegal migrants captured on the island of Bimini. Reports say shortly before 10 this morning, a team of police and immigration officers acting on information went to the Admiral Hotel in Bailey Town where they arrested the migrants. The group comprised of 5 Indians and 1 Brazilian. They were found to have entered the country illegally and were subsequently taken into custody. Investigations are continuing. Meantime, police in Grand Bahama are searching for 2 armed robbery suspects who robbed a business establishment of an undisclosed amount of cash. The incident reportedly occurred on Saturday, May 5th, shortly after 2 a.m. 2 males who were described as wearing black hoodies and faces covered entered the business establishment on East Sunrise Highway, brandishing firearms. They robbed the establishment of cash and its workers of personal items before fleeing on foot. A male is in police custody, and he is assisting with this investigation. Police also needs your help tonight in locating 2 Grand Bahama men. The first is Omar Roll of Sea Grape, 8 Mile Rock. He is wanted for making threats of death.
Roll is 42 years old, 160 pounds, 5 feet 6 inches tall, dark brown eyes and dark brown complexion. Police say he is considered armed and extremely dangerous, and if you see him, you are not to approach him. The second suspect is 51-year-old Raymond Moxie of 8 Mile Rock, who is wanted for questioning on the charge of shop breaking and stealing. Moxie is of dark brown complexion with dark brown eyes, average build, 180 pounds and 5 feet 9 inches tall. Police say he is considered armed and dangerous as well, and you should not approach him. If you know where these suspects are tonight, you are urged to call 911 or 919. Switching gears now, in just a matter of days, the governing Free National Movement will celebrate its one-year anniversary. This week, we will take a special look at the party's accomplishments and the road to victory. Tonight, we begin our series with a man who helped to strategize the party's landslide victory in 2017. The Honorable C.A. Smith was a chief strategist for the recent general election, but he says the work into that victory began in 2014 when he, along with a small group of persons, looked at the political landscape and determined a strategy for winning the next election. He says from surveys to polls and hearing the concerns of residents and the challenges the country faced at the time.
This group did a lot of things. In terms of surveys, in terms of having interviews, in terms of meeting and talking to people, to try to get a real feel for what the Bahamian people were feeling, what they were thinking about their own future. And on the basis of these discussions, surveys, and analysis, we began to put together a strategy for winning.
He says in speaking with residents, there was one common concern.
There was a loss of contact between themselves and that of the Progressive Liberal Party. They also were expressing concerns about the direction that the country was going in.
He says they worked hard to re-energize their base as well as re-engage the youth. He says at first they had no idea that they would have secured that many seats.
As we began to roll out our strategy, we were beginning, and as we were beginning to get our feedback, we began to see that not only were we going to win, but we were going to win big. In fact, you know, the 35-4 really was a stunning victory. But about 5 days before elections, we expected that there were 2 more seats that we expected to win. And if we look back at them now, we recognize the mistakes that we've made. One was because we selected what I consider a lackluster candidate, just did not have the drive and the energy to get people to work with him. And the second one was because the candidate that we selected, this was a seat that nobody believed that we could win, and so we didn't put a candidate in that area until just a couple of weeks before election.
But nonetheless, he says before the election, the FNM did have its fair share of challenges, and Smith believes that the PLP thought that this could have been used to their advantage.
Dr. Minnis really had 2 serious leadership challenges that, in spite of all of the controversy that went on, in spite of the fact that he had all of his members of parliament who supported the FNM go to the government and say, we no longer support you. He was willing to remain leader of the FNM, even though he was not leader of the opposition.
Grand Bahama supported the FNM overwhelmingly, and now 5 members of parliament from the party represents the island. But 1 year later, he says there's much work to be done.
We were elected for 5 years, not 1 year. And so any promise that we made, come to us 4.5 years from now and says, you haven't done that, because we have that period of time to complete it. Secondly, the budget that the Free National Movement is working on today is not an F&M budget. It is a budget we met in place by the Progressive Liberal Party. And so what Bahamians must recognize is that many of the promises that we made were not included in the budget which we met there. We will have to look at our budget, which will be presented to Parliament in June, and then you would see a real F&M budget. And then you would see a number of the manifesto promises incorporated in that budget.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues in just a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Dolly Madison, Freeport's original home center.
Dolly Madison's Ace Housewares and Plant Nursery departments are set to make this Mother's Day her best ever with a 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday. Choose from Dolly's vast selection of modern houseware items and gadgets to make her life easier. Then head on over to the Plant Nursery for roses, indoor and outdoor plants, fruit trees, and more. This Friday and Saturday only at Dolly Madison's
Portion of the news is brought to you by Dolly Madison, Freeport's original home center.
Dolly Madison's Ace Housewares and Plant Nursery departments are set to make this Mother's Day her best ever with a 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday. Choose from Dolly's vast selection of modern houseware items and gadgets to make her life easier. Then head on over to the Plant Nursery for roses, indoor and outdoor plants, fruit trees, and more. This Friday and Saturday only at Dolly Madison's Ace Houseware and Plant Nursery Mother's Day sale.
Come on down now.
Hi, sweetie. Could you give me
A high five.
No, honey. I was asking.
The
could you
remote
give me-
control.
No, I want.
A kiss. You're so pretty.
Get the KFC Big Box! 2 pieces of chicken, fries, coleslaw, corn, and our new cinnamon biscuit bites, and a 20-ounce drink. Only at KFC Freeport. KFC, always original and finger-licking good. Get the KFC Big Box!
Lucayan Medical Center provides services in family medicine, internal medicine, obstetrics, gynecology, surgery, pain management, psychiatry, audiology, podiatry, and dentistry. We offer laboratory, ECG, X-rays, ultrasound, CAT scans, and MRI scans. Also here, pharmacy, physiotherapy, fitness programs, and pre-employment medical screening. Skilled staff serve you with dignity and confidentiality. Visit Lucayan Medical Center for your healthcare needs.
The Grand Bahama Homecoming Committee brings you Taris Riley live in concert Saturday, May 19th, Gombe Park International Bazaar. Don't you miss it.
We've raised the stakes. We've raised the bar. We've raised the standard. Your new entertainment playground. Winners take chances. Chances makes winners. Chances remind you to game responsibly.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Gold Rock Concrete, now manufacturing 4, 6, and 8-inch concrete blocks and ready-mix concrete. Covering the Northern Bahamas, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Star General Health and Life Insurance doing their part to give back to the community. The insurance company held a health fair recently. Development Manager Sonia Knowles says the focus on the health screening and the health fair was to show customer appreciation.
We invited all of our customers out to come and partake in the little events that we have here. We're giving out snow cones, cotton candies, hot dogs, drinks, and we also have the high blood pressure test going on, the glucose test. We have us two here to represent us two with the prostate cancer. We also have Easy Dental, who's going to speak a little bit about dental hygiene. We have also New Life is also here to speak about healthy living, lifestyle, and what to eat and what not to eat. You know, medical insurance is very important to us, and your health is important. So today we want to focus on making sure health is top priority for us and giving back to the community.
Member of the Us Too Prostate Cancer Support Group, Percy Kemp, says that it is their duty to keep persons informed and educated.
Prostate cancer is really the #1 cancer killer of men. And it's one of the cancers that's probably the most easiest to detect. And so with the amount of screening that we do and the ease in which prostate cancer can be detected, there's really no reason for men to be dying of prostate cancer. But it's still happening. And so we are doing everything we can, taking every opportunity we have to sensitize, especially the men, and men, especially over 40, to be aware of their prostate health and to get regular screening.
Finally, in news this evening, Mother's Day is just 6 days away, and as the world pauses to recognize mothers for the role they play in society, we at ZNS Northern Service are also taking the time out to honor mothers as well. This week, we will bring you a daily feature saluting mothers for being homemakers and community leaders. Tonight, we feature a quiet and dedicated mother on the island of Bimini. Italia Hall has more.
It's the world's greatest mom right there. God, that's this. Don't get no better than this.
And that's how Ellsworth Robins describes his mother, Annis Robins. Robins was born back in the 1940s and has spent her entire life living in Bimini. The mother of 6, with 2 sets of twins, did maid work and cooking for a living at a few of the hotels on the island. According to her son, she was even featured for her good cooking skills in a book written by Bahamian author Ashley Saunders. Robins is very active in her church and often spends time with those who are sick in her community. She says while raising her children, she worked extremely hard to ensure that they had the best that she could afford.
They all had the privilege to go to school. You know, I think it wasn't always easy, but you know, being a mother and care for my children, really to me it was a joy.
But motherhood was not always easy. She has a son who was once in prison.
It was sleepless nights, and you know, having him being in prison, not knowing, you know, what's going on with him, it wasn't easy, really. But you know, by the help of God, I come through it. Trust in God, you know, and always believing and knowing that God would allow him that one day he would get out of prison and we'll be together again.
She says her heart goes out to any other mother who may be experiencing the same situation.
Always put prayers first, keep praying, you know, and trust in God that one day it'll be an end to it.
She says all mothers should be the best mother that they can be to their children.
When you put them first, even though you may have to go, you know, deny yourself of a lot of things, always put the children first.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Welcome. Jackie from Nassau asked, I've been using diet teas for many years now, but recently I was told that these teas might be harmful and that using them long-term might lead to a form of eating disorder. Is this true? Jackie, thank you for your question. Diet teas are a popular choice for many people who want to drop a few pounds. Just like anything else, it is important to understand what diet teas are and how they work, and if there are any risks associated with them before you put them in your body. Most diet teas contain a herb called senna, which acts like a laxative. This herb stimulates your intestines and causes an increase in elimination of water and waste by increasing bowel movements. While this may cause a reduction in a few inches around your waist, it is not true weight loss because there's really no increase in fat burning. As I mentioned before, the only effective way to lose weight is to eat healthier and increase physical activity. With long-term use of these products, there is a risk that your bowels may stop functioning normally, which might lead to dependence on these products. Long-term use can also change the amount or balance of some chemicals in the blood called electrolytes, which can cause problems with your heart rhythm, muscle weakness, liver damage, and other harmful effects. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Ricardo Lightborn has a check on sports when we come back.
More Makeup by Megan Coakley. When you want to look like a star. Phone 443-7979. Mulligan's Restaurant Supply Store, where you can find all the essential products required by you or your catering companies, restaurants, and bars at the lowest prices. Their professional kitchen supplies, aluminum baking pan, foam products, paper and plastic products, cake boxes and boards in different sizes sold individually, sodas, juices, and grocery items, seasonings, peanuts sold by the sack, commercial cleaning products, and also check out the wholesale and retail beers, wines, and spirits section. They're located on Yellow Pine Street. That's Mulligan's Restaurant and Supply Store.
A Social Affair invites you this Sunday, May 13th, to a special Mother's Day brunch featuring the Cooling Waters. Phone 602-6292 or 727-6292 for reservations.
The Awards and Science Center has everything you need to help you give that special someone the most amazing personalized creative gift. One-of-a-kind floral arrangements to brighten someone's day. Recognition awards ranging from plaques to trophies. And yes, even tombstones to memorialize your loved ones. Visit the Awards and Science Center and be dazzled by our vast, beautiful array of supplies on West Atlanta Drive. The Awards and Science Center.
Since we met, baby, no need for running around. Looks like you cool me down. You cool me down, girl. And
Everybody, it's time for sports. I'm Ricardo Lightborn and the Anime Dawson, the family down there in North Andros. I'm coming to visit you guys soon because the mutton snapper's biting. Well, 4 junior athletes recently signed onto the Nemo Athletic Track Club, and they went to Grand Bahama Sports Complex, and so was Kim Mullings, who will fill you in.
4 junior athletes have officially signed with Nemours Athletics Track and Field Club, receiving full sponsorship for the next 3 years, which covers travel expenses for competitions and training. Head coach Jarrell Forbes has been working tirelessly with the dedicated athletes since December and says they have exemplified hard work and are each deserving of the sponsorships.
What Nemours Athletics is going to do is we're going to take care of all of their situations. We're going to go ahead and make sure that their training is there, and anything they need along the way, we're going to go ahead and make sure that happens.
President of Nemours Athletics, Randall Cooper, says he sees energy and excitement in Coach Forbes, which is one of the main reasons the executive team is endorsing the sponsorships.
We look forward to seeing what can happen in sports. We know that Grand Bahama can produce good athletes, and so we are 100% behind that. Now, also, we are excited because anything that has to do with being a positive influence, giving an option for our youth to be involved in, that is a commendable thing.
Athletes Michaela Lewis, Sunique Anafils, Angelo Brennan, and Devon Rigby are each grateful for Coach Forbes and their sponsorships.
He makes sure comes out and finds out each weakness and advantage of each athlete and help train them towards getting better. Even if they don't feel like they're getting better, he still pushes them to get stronger and just train harder every day.
I'm thankful for my sponsorship for 3 years. I'm thankful for my coach pushing me harder.
I'm thankful for Coach Forbes. He has pushed me harder than I've never been before. And I'm thankful for the sponsor for 3 years, and I'm glad for it.
I want to thank Coach Forbes for pushing me. When I first come here, I wasn't doing really good, but now I'm getting better.
Kimberly Mullings, ZNESTOL Sports.
Well, parents of Monique Gordon and Angela Brennan were on hand for the signing, and they're grateful that their children are receiving this sponsorship from Nemours Athletics.
I just want to thank Coach Forbes for being there for Sunique. The president, Mr. Cooper, I just want to say thank you all so much. And it is a positive step for the kids to give them something to do, and I'm glad for the help.
I'm very thankful, and he's getting the scholarship and he's doing quite well. And I thank Nemours Athletic team.
Well, Anna Mae and the North Andros family down there, see you guys soon, but that's your look at sports tonight.
It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming on Saturday, May 19th. Starring the hitmaker, the culture and lovers rock king, Taurus Riley.
Taurus Riley.
Doing all his hits. Live on stage, Saturday, May 19th at Gombe Park, International Bazaar, Freeport, Bahama. It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming with Monday weekend. Purchase your early bird special tickets now. General admission $20. VIP $35. All access $60. Purchase tickets at all Fluid Factory locations. Brought to you by Alive.
Oh, Taurus.
Bahama's massive, Freeport to be exact. It's the year singer Taurus Riley, and do remember, May 19th, that's where it's at, Taurus Riley. Homecoming vibes, homecoming celebration. I know the Bahamas is just like home. See? Sing it. We'll be there 19th of May. Sing some nice shit, we are nice place. See? Salute.
Come on, well everybody move. I wish I had someone just to show how much you...
Welcome to Jags International. We have Celebration, Valeria, FRS, Bahamasair, Hotel, car vouchers now on sale.
Girls, I tried book my ticket online with them ferry them. So complicated, they asking for too much.
That's why I stick with Jags. No agency fees or booking fees. Cash and credit, all the same. Blow deals and spectacular services with a smile.
Yes, that's Jags. Your one-stop shop to Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Miami.
We even offer cheap car rental vouchers, dollar, thrifty, Hertz, and VIP service.
Book now with Jags and get their $5 discount card. And don't forget the super sales going on.
Hi, I'm Olympia Ferguson from Budget Pest Control. On Grand Bahama, there are only 2 types of homes, those with termites and those that will have termites. The signs you should look for are drywood termite fecal pellets, subterranean termite shelter tubes, and of course damaged wood. We now have on Grand Bahama the Coptotermes formosanus, or the super termite, which can do extreme damage in a very short period of time. To know more and to protect your investment, contact the termite experts at Budget Pest Control. With us, it's not just a company behind you, but a family. We are located on 13 Forest Avenue. Call us today at 351-7378.
All last year, I fell in love with Belinda. But this year, I want to just kick it up a notch.
Did you hear about our new bamboo line?
When he started talking about you can sell on TV.
Oh, no, Dr. Love. Not that type of bamboo you're talking about.
You ain't hear about the nice bamboo sheet, and you can get it in all colors. And if you ain't want it in the sheets, Dr. Love, you can get it in the pillows.
Thank God for island bedding.
Come and visit me at number 5, Queens Highway, Island Bedding.
The Grand Bahama Homecoming Committee and Sans Bear present Old School vs. New School Bear Fest, Friday, May 18th, Premier Lounge Grounds, Queens Highway. Gates open at 6, admission free before 8.
Okay. Our boy delivered.
Really?
Iron.
Oh.
With the cake.
Oh, thank you.
He delivered.
Okay, so we got to do a quick wrap because we got to go and eat our
he
cake. And that's going to do it for us here in the North on behalf of our entire ZNS News team.
I'm Rick Amati.
And Shashina Roll, the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report. Doctors and nurses clash over the remedy for industrial fallout. Foreign ministers in the region meet on how to maximize their alliance. And how organizers plan to celebrate the country's 45th birthday. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Nurses call a press conference to publicly air their grievances. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Topping news tonight, nurses have upped the ante, threatening to take their response to issues affecting the union to another level. Today, they addressed reporters, hoping to prompt the Ministry of Health to act.
Nurses say enough is enough and that their intolerance has resulted in a more aggressive course of action.
We have filed a dispute and we have filed for a strike vote. We're just waiting for the government to reply to us. When are they going to give us a strike hold? We have spoken to Arthur Foulkes, the Director of Labor, and we have also addressed the minister. So we're just waiting for them to give us a date and time when we can have our strike pulled.
And after engaging in a recent sick-out, they're still calling on health officials to resolve a number of outstanding issues relating to the appointment and confirmation of nurses in the profession. They're also seeking mileage allowances as well as payments for deployment and transfers to family islands. President Amancio Williams says they presented their case to health officials and are still waiting for a resolution, enduring what she calls hardship.
It is known the expected date of a student nurse graduates from the program of studies. We know that approximately 1 year later, who have been appointed by the government, that they are to be processed and confirmed in this post. Nurses are still finding themselves victims to the system that is taking the authority up to 5 years or even to 10 years. To be confirmed in their posts.
Williams says nurses are also deprived of educational opportunities due to confirmation delays. While the shift system proposed by the Public Hospitals Authority remains on hold, Williams charged that the union was ignored by officials and will not tolerate being left out of these discussions, which is a breach of the industrial agreement.
Did not formally discuss with the union and have not presented the union with a proposal for discussion. This is blatant display of disrespect for the union and will not be condoned or tolerated.
Meantime, the president of the Trade Union Congress, Obi Ferguson, is lending his support to the nurses' union, saying they have to do what is necessary.
Whenever the nurses call on the Commonwealth of the Bahamas Trade Union Congress to support, in whatever form they call on us, I would speak clearly to customs. I would speak to all of our unions to say what happened at the nurses will indeed happen to you.
Now, Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands says the nurses' issues are being addressed and that he's acting in good faith. In fact, he says some of the issues have already cleared the Health Ministry and Cabinet.
The mileage situation, once it was brought to our attention, we've already given instructions to finance to pay the arrears. A number of nurses who have been waiting for confirmation for almost a decade. We have completed the process from Ministry of Health onward to creating the cabinet paper, gotten it through cabinet, now the instructions to Public Service and Finance to conclude the matter.
Now, we asked Dr. Sands how he's taking the threat of a full-on strike.
I don't think that certainly it will change much. We have taken their concerns very seriously. I have made nursing issues a priority of this administration. We are acting in good faith. Some of the matters are new requests. So when you talk about new benefits, increased salaries, increased benefits, that has implications that, has far-reaching requirements for consultation, cabinet consideration.
Meantime, hundreds of doctors are at odds with their employer over what it terms unfair terms to continue their professional development. Cleopatra Murphy explains.
300 junior physicians could be bracing for some form of action in protest of what Minister of Health Dr. the Honorable Dwayne Sands says was a multi-departmental decision within the Ministry of Health to ensure physicians continue on a path of professional development to ensure the safety of practice being delivered to the public. Instead of physicians staying in a particular category that does not allow private practice, he says doctors will have to participate in a formal training program to secure the skills to be licensed for private practice. But Sands says some junior doctors feel the demand for professional development is excessive. In light of the potential threat, the minister says the ministry has put senior doctors in the public health system, including consultants and senior registrars, on alert, as all threats have to be weighed when dealing with the safety and lives of patients.
Those physicians would have to be prepared to man the intensive care units, the emergency rooms, the operating theaters, etc. This may create some inconvenience for the general public. We have been in continuous conversations with the union. The union has been present at every meeting in which this plan was discussed and voiced no concerns which were not addressed. So it is a bit of a surprise that at the 11th hour now that there's a possibility of some type of action.
The Minister of Health says there are 271 senior health officers in the Public Hospitals Authority, 48 interns, and a small group of registrars. He says SHOs practice under supervision, but do not make the final decision on patient care.
They are ostensibly in a mode of apprenticeship. We believe that period of apprenticeship should be time limited in order to allow for additional young doctors to have an opportunity to train. We've now reached a point in the Bahamas where we're training anywhere between 40 and 80 young doctors per year. And if the posts for training are blocked, it is likely in the very near future, as early as next year, that we will have no place to train up-and-coming new doctors.
Cleopatra Murphy, SATNS Network News.
Well, acting president of the Bahamas Doctors Union, Makumba Miller, says the union does not agree with the position that Dr. Sands has taken, and as a result, all options are on the table as they consider their next course of action.
Due to the inadequacies of postgraduate education in the country, there are a number of physicians that are stagnant in their position. What Dr. Sands wants to do is forcibly enroll them into a program that doesn't have any educational value overseas, something that they have not developed a curriculum They don't have lecturers, they don't have preceptors, they don't know what's going on. Only thing you do is give you a diagram to say you're supposed to be here for this amount of weeks, here, that many weeks, but you cannot give me a curriculum. They want to enact this in 6 weeks. Forcibly enroll persons in this program, and then after they finish the program, subsequently cease their employment.
In other news tonight, delegates from the CARICOM Council for Foreign and Community Relations are in the country for 2 days of meetings intended to strengthen the group's foreign policy coordination effort. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Darren Henfield, who serves as the group's chairman, addressed the body, noting that government recognizes that the nation's interests are best served through active participation in regional, hemispheric, and international organizations while promoting close relations with neighboring countries. Minister Henfield says he's committed to ensuring that the Council meets its goals to bring about the maximum benefit for CARICOM countries.
We might yet be small island developing states, but as a collective, CARICOM is able to punch well above its weight when we speak with one voice. This notion is evident through our concerted, valuable, and effective efforts, and a few examples of which are the sensitization of the more developed nations of the world of the existential threat that we face daily as a result of climate change, the realization of the Arms Trade Treaty, and our push towards the reduction and prevention of non-communicable diseases in our region.
Trade and economic opportunities, security and sustainable development are some of the topics on the agenda for the next 2 days. The COFCOR chairman says the Council must also examine the outcomes of the recent Summit of the Americas and Commonwealth Heads of Government meetings in order to position the body to secure the best benefits for the region. He says with 25 days to go to the start of the hurricane season, which is expected to be an active one, discussions must involve small island developing states like the Bahamas and others which are still in recovery mode.
Any such dialogue must include the peculiar vulnerabilities of SIDS relative to sustainability, resilience, and access to development financing at concessionary rates, and which consider vulnerability above GDP and GNP. Despite our best collective and individual Sisyphean efforts, we continue to struggle under the specter of being named and shamed as uncooperative tax jurisdictions by the European Union and OECD. It is pleasing that these countries are here represented so that we might have mutually beneficial discussions toward addressing our concerns relative good tax governance, whilst appreciating the sovereign right of states to determine their own tax policies.
Well, still ahead tonight, the Member of Parliament for South Beach grades his government's performance over the last year. And first responders receiving training in dealing with sexual assault victims. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the new Shell & Lede, designed for extra miles.
Are your monthly bills coming in on top of your holiday bills? It's time for a change. Bundle your bills into one low-rate loan with Commonwealth Bank. Move your high-rate loans and credit card balances from other banks to a low-rate consolidation loan at Commonwealth Bank. Less stress, less to pay, each and every month. Plus, the chance to win $5,000. So make a change. Get a consolidation loan at Commonwealth Bank and pay less.
Every day you wake up with the world in the palm of your hand. Making connections and creating memories and sharing them with the people you care about. Every day, the world is at your fingertips, and you can experience every blockbuster movie in stunning HD and top 100 Billboard music hit with the touch of a button. Every day, your family and friends are important to you, and staying in touch no matter where you are in the Bahamas or the world is your #1 priority. And that's why, every day for over 100 years, BTC has been there to ensure that every Bahamian has the best connection to the world. We cover every island, rock, and key, regardless of the cost. This is BTC Country.
Guys, come on, it's time to go. We are the green man.
Genius. On Tuesdays, get 9 delicious pieces of chicken for just $12. KFC, made for moms who know how to solve everything, even though it seems it can't be done.
Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together, with a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way we live. I got it covered. BAF has got me covered. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. BAF has got you covered.
Home is more than where the heart is. Home is where the children feel safe, a place where family comes first. Come home today with a BOB residential mortgage. Enjoy attractive rates with up to 25 years to repay, or use the equity in your home to fund home improvements or other worthwhile needs. Isn't it time you came home to a place of your own? Talk with us today. BOB, your bank of solutions.
Celebrate Mother's Day at Sapodilla Fine Dining on Sunday, May 13th. Executive Chef Edwin Johnson has created a menu featuring a wide array of soups, salads, desserts, and delicious entree options. Share sweet memories and create new ones with those that matter most. Sapodilla, Mother's Day. Live the experience. RSVP today, 327-2161.
Jacob, guess what? I know how to get out of trouble with my mom. Nuh-uh. Uh-huh. One time, my mommy got mad at my daddy, and next day, he gave her this aqua bag. And she got so happy. And another time, he gave her the same aqua bag, and she got so happy again. Yeah, so yesterday, when I spilled my drink on her new couch, I ran and got one of those same aqua bags. And it actually worked. What? Yeah, she wasn't mad at me anymore. It's like magic. Whoa.
Come and discover the magic for yourself. No matter what the occasion, it can work for you too. Visit any John Bull location and select something that'll make every occasion brighter. Make every moment John Bull.
Jacob, come here.
This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
As the government begins celebrations marking its May 10, 2017 general election victory, Education Minister and Member of Parliament for South Beach, the Honourable Jeff Lloyd, says the government continues to work diligently on behalf of the Bahamian people. The Free National Movement was ushered into office after winning 35 of 39 constituencies over the incumbent Progressive Liberal Party. Asked how he would grade the government's performance thus far, Minister Lloyd responded this way.
B+, oh, by all means, B+. We have come in a time when it was extraordinarily difficult in this country. You know, and every metric, every Every measurement out there is reflecting that we are on the right track. The IMF is saying it, and other indicators are saying it. You know, we have changed around the Ministry of Education's administrative team. We have had 2 very successful conclaves. We have received rave reviews. We have had over 1,200 jobs that have been created by these labor in the park. We have our town meetings on a regular basis. We have our constituency meetings on a regular basis. We are in the marketplace engaging with the Bahamian people.
Member of Parliament for St. Barnabas, Shannon Don Cartwright, says the Free National Movement is on the right track with its governance as he offered an assessment of his party's first year in office. Mr. Cartwright says the government is working but acknowledged expectations are high after elections.
We understand that we have a long ways to go. Sometimes progress on certain matters is a bit slow. But we're going to continue to work on behalf of the Bahamian people to fulfill the promises that we've made, to continue to try to meet their expectations and to understand that there is frustrations out there, and we fully acknowledge that. But I know that the Prime Minister, the Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis, and his team very committed to ensuring that we bring the relief and meet the expectations that the Bahamian people have been longing for.
A group of police officers and medical personnel are participating in a 2-day training workshop focused on how to properly deal with and treat sexual assault victims through forensic science, the collection of evidence, and the neurology of trauma. The Pan American Development Foundation, in conjunction with the U.S. State Department, has been hosting the workshop for the past 2 years. Latara Evans is the country's coordinator, and Jana French is the conference's facilitator.
The journey is very long. From the initial stage of being assaulted, you would then present yourself to the police, and then your next contact would be with medical staff. And so we would like for both personnel, medical as well as law enforcement, to be on the same page in their treatment and their execution of dealing with victims.
Some of the things that's important for both law enforcement and the medical staff to understand is why a patient might be not able to sequence the event very well, and understanding why the brain is responding that way and why trauma does this to the brain, and understanding that's not necessarily the patient lying, it's just the way the patient's brain is responding to the traumatic event they've experienced.
The 12 officers will join more than 80 law enforcement officers who have successfully completed the program. Recognizing the role that medical personnel play in the treatment of victims, officials decided to add a new training component to make them more aware of gender-based violence. Emergency medical personnel at the Princess Margaret Hospital, Dr. Cordelia Nairn, and Police Press Liaison Officer Superintendent Shanton Knowles on the significance of this training to the effective execution of their day-to-day duties.
With training like this would be more targeted post the exposure, the sexual violence exposure, so that we can collect the forensic evidence as well as be more sensitive to the trauma that the patient would have endured. It is very important as we continue to see victims of sexual violence present to our department for treatment.
Randomly, we choose officers, frontline officers who are on patrols and who are most likely to get a call of a domestic dispute or even a sexual assault. And it is important that we keep up to date with our policy and, of course, the law. And that is why we are here today.
Well, here's something you should know. How do you go about securing a loan from the Bahamas Development Bank? Our Cleopatra Murphy explains.
Since 1978, the Bahamas Development Bank, that recently celebrated 40 years, has been helping Bahamian entrepreneurs make their business dreams a reality. Some of those success stories were recently invited to the bank's open house to mark its 40th anniversary. So how can you join their ranks and make your idea a viable business? A bank executive says the process for securing funding is easy once you have a firm idea.
Prepare a business plan, bring it into us, we'll review it and get back to you. And then depending on the specific business that you're going into, the specific industry, we will ask you to bring in some supporting documentation. Once that comes in, we complete a proposal, a recommendation, submit it to our board, and a decision is made. Applicants can apply in person or online. Approval takes anywhere from 1 to 3 months.
The biggest loan the Bahamas Development Bank has approved is $1 million, and the executive says the number of approvals fluctuate annually.
Some years we have done quite a bit, and then some years struggling for funding, we have not done very much. All right. Last year, I think it was probably about 20 or 30, because it was really tight in terms of availability of funds.
With the bank now pursuing targeted sectors for economic growth that can also be marketed beyond the Bahamas, Chairman Lyndon Nairn says information technology and tourism are ripe with opportunity.
I know we don't look at tourism as an export commodity, but the fact of the matter is that tourism is the most significant foreign currency earner, and it will continue to be. I think in our lifetime, right? The opportunities there are significant.
If you have a business plan, bank officials say they are there to help you achieve your dream. Loans are granted for a maximum of 20 years at an interest rate of 7.25%. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm DeAndre Williamson. New tech company GIBC Digital to create 50 high-paying jobs in Grand Bahama. The company specializes in providing digital solutions and automation, data intelligence, cyber, and fraud. GIBC Digital is committed to making Grand Bahama the technology hub of the region. Minister of Labor Arthur Foulkes says this major development provides new training opportunities that will benefit Grand Bahamians for years to come. In other business news, American Airlines adds 5 new flights to the Bahamas. The new flights, with a total of 453 seats, will offer more non-stop options to Nassau, Grand Bahama, North Eleuthera, and Abaco. The new additions increase the number of non-stop flights from Chicago, Miami, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Flights from Chicago to Nassau will begin on December 22nd. Seasonal flights from Miami to Freeport will begin on December 18th. Saturday flights from North Carolina to Eleuthera will launch on December 22nd. American Airlines will also have Saturday flights from North Carolina to Abaco. And in international business news, oil prices rose on Monday, with the U.S. benchmark topping $70 a barrel for the first time since late 2014, as investors keep a nervous eye on developments tied to the Iranian nuclear deal. West Texas Intermediate rose 1.23% to $67.85 per barrel. That was your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm DeAndre Williamson.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
Bahamasair is adding yet another international flight to its roster. The national fly carrier introduced direct flights from Bimini to Miami, Florida on May 4th with its 50-seat ATR aircraft.
This new service will provide cost-effective, consistent, and critical airlift to Bimini, and will assist in increasing the occupancy levels of the 300 rooms offered by Resorts World, as well as other properties on this island.
Resorts World Bimini is partnering with the national flag carrier to ensure that the new flight is a huge success. According to the resort's general manager, it's a win-win situation.
It's bringing people to Bimini and getting them here to see the entire island, which encompasses the whole experience that really this inaugural flight and this partnership we have now with Bahamasair is we're going to all benefit from. Our visitors have been demanding more opportunity to get to the island versus the somewhat limited ways we have now. And having this flight on schedule now, 4 days a week, is going to encourage them to want to fly more, and we see this as being a really successful flight.
Bahamasair officials say this is the first time in 40 years that the airline has serviced this route. The Ministry of Tourism and Aviation is excited about the new service and pleased with Bahamasair's continued growth.
It positions Bahamasair strategically as a tool of tourism growth and development. Now you see Bahamasair starting to use the new aircraft, which larger seat capacity, and positioning them in markets like Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and we hope this is a trend that will continue.
The flights are scheduled to run 4 times a week, every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Flights will depart Miami at 1:30 p.m. and arrive in Bimini at 2 p.m. The flight will leave Bimini at 2:30 p.m. Read more on tourismtoday.com.
Know how you can save more money, save more time, earn more interest, and have more for the future? The solution is an account from Fidelity Bank. With our ASU Savings, fixed deposits, and preferred client program, you can get free financial advice from our team of experts, competitive interest rates, and free online banking for simple and safe banking anytime, anywhere. Open a fixed deposit or savings account with Fidelity by visiting a branch today. Get into the rhythm of saving with Fidelity. Fidelity, we're good for you.
First Care is an absolute game changer for thousands of Bahamians who do not have major medical insurance, and it also serves as a supplementary plan for those who may have high deductibles on their existing major medical. First Care is incredibly affordable, but for our Alive subscribers, you get an even deeper discount. Our Silver subscribers receive a 10% discount. Our Gold subscribers receive a 15% discount, and our Platinum subscribers receive a 20% discount. We're excited to be a part of Alive's rewards program because this is a new and innovative way for us to reach our customers.
A Divine Design on Bay Street celebrates every single woman during the entire month of May with a store-wide sale of up to 65%. Save on gorgeous interchangeable jewelry, steel and gold-plated necklaces, colorful beads, elegant pearls, gemstone and Venetian glass clasps in all colors, shapes and sizes. A Divine Design wishes you the happiest, most colorful Mother's Day. So visit our store on Bay Street and save up to 65%. Phone 323-2900.
Coca-Cola Bahamas has always been a strong community partner for us. They've supported and helped us to
reach hundreds of young men through Sprite basketball,
create a fun and interactive United FC,
go a little bit further for our animal friends,
feed thousands of Bahamians every year,
preserve our natural habitat, and celebrate Bahamian culture and junk canoe on Bay Street.
The Caribbean Bottling Team is committed to the communities that we serve around the entire Bahamas.
Free, reliable, anytime, anywhere, and instant. That's the benefits of using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Pay bills, check account balances, transfer funds, and more. Enjoy the freedom of banking on your own terms. Why wait in line? Save time. Do your banking using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean to find out more.
There's only one place to find it all, and it's right here at the Builders Mall, where our friendly staff will provide you with everything your project needs.
From electrical supplies to lighting design.
An array of bathroom and plumbing fixtures.
Tools, lumber, shingles, and roofing materials.
Everything for the contractor.
Or the do-it-yourselfer. For the perfect finishing touch, it's the Paint Center.
For a rainbow worth of colors, try Valspar Premium Paint.
Along with Minmax stains to help you finish the job.
Come, stop by next door at Tile King
and browse an exquisite selection of tiles from around the world.
Plus, granite countertops and medallions.
Setting materials and a full line of Ruby tools for the wall, floor, patio, or pool.
Our standard is superior customer service.
And we are guaranteed to provide you with everything you need and more.
So don't waste time running from place to place. Find it all at Builders Mall.
Welcome back. Members of the National Independence Secretariat promising Bahamians that this year's celebration will be a crowd pleaser as the country marks its 45th birthday. The government has allocated $1 million to fund activities throughout the Bahamas under the theme Celebrate Bahamas, We've Come This Far by Faith. Several activities are designed for all students, including a national essay competition based on this year's theme and reflections of what's happened in the country since 1973. Senior Education Officer Vandria Jack outlines the competition's details.
Primary students are expected to write between 250 to 300 words, junior high students 400 to 450 words, and senior high students 600 to 800 words. And they will be judged on their development of ideas, their organization, creativity, mechanics, and grammar. Completed essays should be typed, not handwritten, and saved using the PDF format. The deadline for the submission of essays is Thursday, May 31st at 5 p.m. First, second, and third place winners will be recognized in each category and will be awarded trophies and cash prizes.
Now, submissions should be emailed to the national events at bahamas.gov.bs. Jacks confirmed that will be announced on Friday, July 6th during the National Pride Day celebration set for Roslyn Square.
There will be a live audition, and that audition will be held on June the 2nd between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. At that time, the judge's choice will be announced. On June 15th, the semifinalists will be announced. There will be a performance opportunity for the semifinalists on July 6th at National Pride Day. There will be a People's Choice winner amongst the semifinalists. And the People's Choice winner and the judge's choice will vie for the grand prize. The main performance will be held on July 9th at Clifford Park.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Stay with us, there's more to come.
If you own a portfolio of securities within a brokerage account, like stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, you can access a hassle-free loan, known as a margin loan, based on the value of that portfolio. Your investment portfolio is essentially used as collateral for a cash loan. And the benefits are numerous. Simple and straightforward application, quick turnaround, a more competitive interest rate, no requirement for monthly payments. Contact us for more information on margin loans.
Life is filled with choices. Every choice we make has a consequence. Whether big or small, financial choices have more lasting consequences than most. When we make sound financial choices, we improve our relationship with money and set ourselves up for financial success. Visit GetMoneySmartBahamas.com and learn how to get money smart today.
Free, reliable, anytime, anywhere, and instant. That's the benefits of using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Pay bills, check account balances, transfer funds, and more. Enjoy the freedom of banking on your own terms. Why wait in line? Save time. Do your banking using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean to find out more.
Whether you call her mom, mummy, or mama, nothing compares to a mother's love. And at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets, we salute mothers with great specials like Bluebird Juices 46-ounce can, $3.29. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 89 cents per pound. Value Time foam plates, 30 count, 2 for $3. Pine Sol cleaners, 28-ounce size, $2.99. Green peppers, $1.59 per pound. Pepperidge Farm cakes, 19-ounce size, $4.99. Thanks, Mom, from Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
The performance speaks for itself. Pennzoil Synthetics, made from natural gas. Make the switch.
Every island and every key. Keep in touch with everybody. It's BTC every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day.
BTC has always been your business solution partner, and on tonight's Connection, we demonstrate how our long-standing partnership with another industry giant, Avaya, is helping to enhance business for our customers.
Avaya is a unified communications and contact center organization. We're number 1 or 2 in the world in all of these spaces, so we're really here to help customers solve their business challenges and help them communicate more efficiently both internally and externally out there. Yeah, we're really excited. We're going to be talking about transforming your business into experiences and how you can take technology to take your business to the next level, because the world's really evolving and customers are looking for new and unique ways to communicate. Those that are already in the workplace, we're trying to figure out how to take these apps and these cell phones and these tablets and integrate them in our day-to-day. So we're going to talk about how we can leverage different technologies to make your business that much better in communicating.
Avaya has been a great partner over the years in providing solutions, business solutions to our customers. And what they've done is they've reinvented themselves.
Avaya has been an excellent partner. They have an excellent product line. So we are always fully engaged with them to make sure that we're bringing, that BTC brings the latest technology.
BTC Business is proud and excited to offer this new solution for its business customers. It's called My Office Solution, and call one of our experts today at 302-7700. I'm Corvell Pfeiffer, and we'll see you next BTC Connection.
Every island and every key. Keep in touch with everybody. It's BTC every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day.
All right, it's time for your first check of weather. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Hi, Basil.
Hi, Keisha. Right now, we're going to take a look at temperatures around the Family Violence, and they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 82 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, 82 in Greenville Key, in Abaco, Marsh Harbor under some heavy clouds at 75 degrees. In the Berry Islands, we're looking at 78, 77 in Harbor Island. Here in the capital, 78 degrees with some rain showers. 78 also in Fresh Creek, Central Andrews, Kemps Base Andrews as well. Samuel Key in Exuma Chain, 78, 79 in Rock Sound, Eleuthera. A little further south as we get you into Betsy Bay, may go on at 80 degrees, Crooked Island 81, Clarence Town 81, 81 also in Ragged Island, Acklands 80 degrees, Matthew Town and Agua 82, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 80 degrees. Your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands, the wind southwest ahead of a weak cold front which is moving through the Northwest Bahamas. Behind the front, the winds will swing out of the northwest at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights around 2 to 4 feet. High tide takes place at 1:30 in the morning for the central and southeastern islands tonight. Wind southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Tomorrow, we're looking for a more northerly flow in the northwest Bahamas at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights remaining around 2 to 4 feet. Low tide 8:04 in the morning, high tide at 2:06 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands tomorrow, wind southeast to south 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet with a moderate chop over the ocean. As a result of that, we'll put up some caution flags for you boaters in the central and southeastern Bahamas. And then taking you into Wednesday, winds are becoming more north to northeast. The speeds unchanged at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights holding at 2 to 4 feet. Low tide 8:55 in the morning, high tide at 3:01 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday, southeast winds once again 12 to 18 knots, wave heights at 3 to 6 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It is time now for your travel forecast, and your travel forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
I've been waiting for a long, long time. I can't believe it's true.
And that's going to do it for your travel forecast brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is coming up in about 15 minutes.
Welcome to Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. Polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, is a condition that occurs when an imbalance of hormone levels in a woman's body causes cysts to form in the ovaries. The cysts are like tiny fluid-filled balloons. PCOS can cause changes in a woman's menstrual cycle, fertility, hormone levels, heart and blood vessels, and appearance. Women can develop PCOS during their teenage or childbearing years. Usually women who have PCOS have irregular, infrequent, or no menstrual periods. They may also have trouble getting pregnant. Some women who have PCOS do not experience any symptoms. Other signs and symptoms of PCOS may include acne, overweight and obesity, excess hair growth on the face, nipple area, chest, lower abdomen, and thighs, thinning hair or bald spots, dark patches of skin, anxiety or depression, and pelvic pain. Women who have PCOS are also more likely to have type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol and triglycerides. Together with obesity, these conditions are known as metabolic syndrome. If you or someone you know suspects symptoms of PCOS, see a doctor as soon as possible and get advice about diagnosis and treatment. This has been Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. Live your best life by living well.
Meet the Smith family. They're on vacation in the Caribbean. Since they aren't familiar with the islands and they want no hassle of renting a car, they downloaded Get Me Ride from their App Store, a transport service in the Caribbean to provide safe and reliable transportation. All they need to do is open the app, input their location, and set their destination. Next time you need a ride, let Get Me Ride be there for you.
Battery and Tire Specialists, now even bigger and better. We carry the largest selection of quality name brand tires, batteries, and lubricants for automotive, marine, and heavy-duty equipment with long-lasting batteries like Duracell, AC Delco, Premium Power, and Decker. We also retail and wholesale large selection of Valvoline motor oils. Come on in and visit Battery and Tire Specialists and the new 5-Bay Wheel Alignment Center at the junction of 7 Terrace and East Avenue, Centerville. Or call us at 242-328-0486. Battery and Tire Specialists. We keep you moving.
AID features Napa Auto Parts which meet or exceed OE specifications. Parts for Asian vehicles are available at great prices. Filters from $2, brakes from $22, tie rod ends from $21, head gaskets from $10, and fuel pumps from $32. AID is also your destination for the best selection of automotive accessories. Hubcap sets from $22.45, steering wheel covers from $4.50. Car mat sets from $8.45 and seat covers from $34.44. Wipers, wash and wax products, motor oils, and automotive chemicals for every vehicle. Angle grinders from $44.53, pressure washers from $162. For the month of May, Napa chassis, steering, and suspension parts are 15% off at all AID locations. AID is now open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. AID, Blue Hill Road and Wolf Road have all you really need and more.
If you love seafood, it has to be fresh. Nobody understands this better than Geneva Brass Seafood. Yes, we're back for your wholesale or retail supply of fresh conch, lobster, grouper, jack, snappers, whatever. Geneva Brass Seafood, Eden Street off Arrington Road. Call 422-5349 or 803-5153. Geneva Brass Seafood opens 7 days a week. Say you heard this ad on radio for your 474 coupon and get 5% off store-wide. Geneva Brass Seafood. It couldn't be more fresh unless you go and get it yourself.
No matter what your goals are in life, you have to start somewhere. It all begins with Leno. Leno, bridging possibilities. Call us at 396-3225 or email info@lenobahamas.com.
Yeah, child, I can ride this right on this rim. Y'all guess what? What? I ain't got no spare. Let me just get a jump from the hacker. Nah, this flat. Guess what? Well, everywhere back around the corner of Wolf Road. There's a tire too. I go in there right now. No one look at nosy, Shirley. You just shut up in my head in the back there. Stop making nerves. Hey, sweet boy. Give me one of them tire. And while you at it, check this back.
Epic Wolf Road now has tires too. Why not replace your tires on the weekend? Wolf Road is open 7 days a week, including holidays. Visit us today.
Hey, long time no see.
You hear me? Long time no see.
Boiled fish, stewed conch. I love it all.
Tourists come here to take our tours, experience our sun, sand, and sea, and they also spend money around town.
I used to see a bunch of hogfish around here, but nowadays I hardly see any.
You protect one area, the fish do their thing, make a bunch of babies that spread all over the sea. What's the problem?
If we protect certain parts of our sea, it keeps all parts working right.
I was against that phrase, but knowing what I know now, I totally agree with having marine protected areas.
I support marine protected areas.
We support marine protected areas.
Look for Bahamas Protected on Facebook.
Sign the petition. Sign the petition.
Life happens, and when it does, FG Insurance Agents and Brokers is here. We help you protect the assets you've worked hard to attain. We offer home, auto, marine, commercial, and liability insurance. Don't hesitate to protect what matters with FG Insurance Agents and Brokers. Visit us and speak to your agent today, or call us at 396-1490 in Nassau or 688-1500 in Freeport.
Deja Vu, Beauty and Barber Supply. We have makeup, Zuri, Maybelline, Black Opal, natural hair products like Cantu, Shea Moisturizers, and Eco Gel. We have Yucky and 24-inch Remy Body Wave, Hetty Stocking, 1609 and 1717. Get 6 for $20. We stock a variety of barber supplies, wall blades, guards, and clippers. For beauticians, hair glue, Pump It Up, Oil Sheen, 4-pound relaxer hair treatments, and shampoo by the gallon. We also sell by the case. Deja Vu. We accept credit cards. Number 1 Andrews Avenue, Market Street. Number 65 Carmichael Road, opposite Super Value Warehouse.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, I'm Amajal Knowles with your ZNS Total Sports. Well, we've seen several notable athletes emerge from the schools in the Catholic diaspora. Director of the Catholic Board of Education, Claudette Roll, on how these success stories were made possible.
I think we continue to do an awesome job. We've had quite a bit of activities for the students, both from a basketball perspective. We've done a lot of soccer. We've done even basketball in the high school. And for the primary schools, the track and field continues to be the energizer for the system.
And I feel like the Catholic schools have dominated from Sauk straight down to St. Thomas More.
That is who we are. We do a pretty good job with making sure that we prepare our athletes well. And sports is important to us because it's something that we've been doing for more than 70 years.
Also doting on a successful athletic year was president of the GSSA, Pharrell Davis.
This year has been a great year, I must say. As you see, our kids really performed well, I must say, and this is the last sport now, baseball and softball, and I told some of them we have so much talent in the government schools. We come and watch the baseball games, so we see that our kids have a lot of talent, but overall this year has been a great year for us, for the association. We're looking forward to get it better and better each year as we progress.
Some major news for aspiring boxers around the country, as president of the Bahamas Amateur Boxing Federation, Vincent Strawn, says his organization is about to scour the Family Islands in search of the next great boxing talent.
We are about to select persons from every Family Island, at least 4 to 6 persons, bring them to New Providence for at least a week, and we will begin to train them as coaches, referees, and judges. One of the main things we need to do is have persons in these islands qualified. And once they would have qualified at the local level, then we will seek to go at international. We'll have a cadre of trained officials, referees, and judges.
Strawn adding it may take a while for these new boxers to be ready for the international stage.
We may have a little slow pace there because it's going to take a while for these boxers, the new boxers, to get to that level. And we're not going to just send someone there because we can send them. It will not happen, not under my watch. They will be prepared and they will represent when they go into the ring wherever they go. That is the bottom line. They will prove themselves here at home, and I'm sure once they prove themselves here at home, they will be well versed and able to compete in the international scene and do well for this country.
And mark your calendars and get ready for the big day, as this Saturday is the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation's National and Novice Championships. President Joel Stubbs on his expectations for the event.
We have our 45th Bodybuilding Fitness Nationals, and I'm so excited about it because this time around the audience will be entertained with some new faces. We have the likes of the men's physique category, which is expected to be one of the most competitive division there is this time around. We're graced and blessed with some 20-odd men physique athletes vying for the title of being crowned the champion at this 45th Nationals.
Our news team also managed to speak with potential competitors Ray Ferguson and Mario Sweeting on their training.
Basically right now, I'm competing in men's physique. So my training regimen is basically I train 4 to 5 days a week, and it's basically really diet intensive. You know, I really want to tell you that there's some secret to it, but it's not. It's basically day in, day out, the same thing, and I pretty much eat the same thing every day. It is very much structured.
Okay, my training regimen is going pretty well. No, it's crunch time now, just cutting, winding down, get this cardio down pat, the diet down pat, which is the most important. Be ready for States Saturday, May 12th.
We're also several weeks away from the National Swim Championships, and for those seeking to qualify for the event will have time to do so at 2 upcoming swim meets put on by Mako Aquatics. Swim coach Travano McPhee.
The kids right now, they're trying to, who hasn't qualified for nationals, especially younger kids, are geared up to try to get qualified for nationals.
Okay, so how many persons from your organization have qualified so far?
Right now we have about 60 to 70 plus who have qualified. We look to add another 10 or 20. Hopefully we can have 90 to 100 qualified for the nationals.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Rugs, carpet tiles, ceramic tiles, floor mats, even vinyl flooring. Find them all at Wright's Carpet Masters, located on Bernard Road. Let them cater to your home or your office needs, and you can choose from a variety of carpets, floor mats, cashmere, oriental rugs, and area rugs. And if you can't come to us, we will bring the business to you, offering free estimates and deliveries to the Family Islands. Wright's Carpet Masters will get it right for you. Located on Bernard Road, telephone number 364-1260.
Whether you want to get going in a new car, to relax at home while you pay bills on your mobile banking app, to get the best rewards with your credit card, or to get a sure start on your little one's future. Whether you want a quick response on your loan, or just a range of services that keep your business running smoothly, you want banking that fits your life. CIBC First Caribbean, banking that fits your life.
Hey, what you saying, baby? Mother's Day coming, what you gonna buy the wifey?
Boy, I can't even sleep. The wife keep complaining that she tying up these cabinet doors because they keep dropping off.
Boy, you better go down by corner Bahamas on Queens Highway, and they have a location in Nassau. They're having a 35% store-wide sale until May 18th, and you can lay away until October 31st.
My Lord, you ain't serious?
Yes, boy. And they just carry all Maplewood cabinets, flooring, tiles, windows, and some pretty colored granite.
Django, I got that stand the corner Bahama.
Cellular and Electronics is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. From the latest in cell phones and accessories like the iPhone 6s Plus to the Samsung S6 Edge, the latest in game consoles, games, and accessories. We also carry the best hoverboards, stereo sound systems, and much more. We also have certified technicians to fix all your electronic needs. Located in the Coconut Grove Plaza and the mall at Marathon. What are you waiting for? Come on down to CTI Cellular and Electronics today.
Jacob, guess what? I know how to get out of trouble with my mom. Nuh-uh. Uh-huh. One time, my mommy got mad at my daddy, and next day, he gave her this aqua bag. And she got so happy. And another time, he gave her the same aqua bag, and she got so happy again. Yeah, so yesterday, when I spilled my drink on her new couch, I ran and got one of those same aqua bags. And it actually worked. doesn't matter to me anymore. It's like magic. Whoa.
Come and discover the magic for yourself. No matter what the occasion, it can work for you too. Visit any John Bull location and select something that'll make every occasion brighter. Make every moment John Bull.
Jacob, come here.
Introducing the Subway Simple 6 menu. 6 of our best 6-inch subs, now and made just for you meals for just $7.50 every day. Take your pick from our best subs, like the Italian BMT, tender turkey breast, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, and more. Pile them high with all of your favorite veggies, made just the way you say, with a 21-ounce drink and a bag of chips. The new Simple 6 menu is value made simple every day. Yeah, you so got it made. Subway, eat fresh.
Life is better with Rubus Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubus Reward tag is free at every Rubus service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubus, it's just better.
Today is a day for fun. Today is a day for family. So why should yesterday's worries affect my today? That's why I insure my family with J.S. Johnson, because their mission is to provide us with the best insurance coverage possible. With J.S. Johnson, I know my family comes first, so I take comfort in knowing that they always have us covered, providing us with a great today and an even better tomorrow.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
It's the month of May Mother's Day Prize Palooza. Just buy these products and enter to win great gift cards or cash for your mom. There'll be 2 winners every week in the month of May Mother's Day Prize Palooza.
BTC is giving the gift of rollover data, plus free unlimited WhatsApp calls, texts, pictures, and videos. Choose from our 1-day plan for $349, 7-day plan for $999, or a 15-day plan for only $29.99. We've even thrown in unlimited BTC to BTC calls and texts. Dial *203# to activate your plan today. Share every moment with BTC. Terms and conditions apply.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have this weak front system going through the capital as we speak, so that will be dumping a few more showers within the next hour or so. Could even have a possible thunderstorm developing as well. But the system is expected to stall just to the south of us, meaning we will continue to have some showers during the balance of this week as a result of this system. Tonight we're looking at cloudy with a couple of showers and isolated thunderstorms. Your low temperature should get down to about 74 degrees. And tomorrow we're looking at mostly cloudy again with spotty showers and thunderstorms remaining in the forecast. High temperature about 86 degrees tomorrow. And your extended weather forecast over the next several days is going to be a wet week shaping up for you, taking us right into Friday with occasional showers and even 1 or 2 heavy downpours. But things will dry out a bit over the weekend. Saturday we should get an abundance of sunshine. The clouds return on Sunday, but it should remain pretty much rain-free. So any outdoor activities you are planning, looks as though the weekend is your best shot, because come Monday of next week, the rains return to the forecasters again.
That is not a pretty picture for the next 7 days.
It sure is not. But what it does speak to us is that the rainy season has really taken its footing already.
All right, thanks, Basil. That does it for us in the Bahamas Tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, thanks so much for looking in. Have a good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
This program is made possible by the sponsorship of BTC and Commonwealth Bank, and by viewers like you. Thank you.